Cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Outblastered, Star Wars Saturdays game using the Outgunned game, but we're doing it in Star Wars, obviously. Uh, so this is the third and probably final session. We'll see what happens. I'm playing this like it's a final session, and then we'll see. Um, yeah, I'm Anders, he, him. I'm running the game, so I'm the director because that's how you always have to have a fancy name for the GM. Let's do quick player and character introductions. I'm going to go in character keeper order, which means Stephen is up first.
Hi, my name's Steven. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Azek. Azek is a droid with a robe over them that so that they appear to be a Jawa. And you know, I'm a medic, and I have some, you know, I can slice computers and stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool, thank you. Greg.
Hey, I'm Greg, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Yabur Iceman. He is a Gagoran. I put it in the character keeper. Basically, giant Wampa-like sentient creature. He is a crime syndicate defector who had a Camptono full of what he thought was maybe dangerous spice, but it wasn't. It was a Sith artifact. Um, a big, fluffy guardian type character. Just did want to highlight I took a level up that's reassure. So if you're going to roll four dice or less, or you're about to mark your bad box, let's have a moment and then you don't have to.
Nice. Rich.
Hey, I'm Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and I'm playing LeBlanc, who uses the she, her pronouns. LeBlanc is pretty good at this stuff. No, really. She was raised on near the surface of Coruscant on a completely virtual reality environment of games for education. Those work. So she's never actually done most things, but she simulated almost all of it and is pretty convinced that that's good enough, except for the times when it hasn't been.
Cool, thank you. And finally, Mark.
I am Mark. I am Mark. He and them. And I'm playing Coriana Curse Katano, a Dathomirian Jedi who was contracted by the Red Scarlet, the bad guys, the crooks.
Scarlet Dawn.
Scarlet Dawn, to help to see and track down some artifacts to help fight against the dark forces at work in our galaxy. There's a little rebellion, not a rebellion, what do you call it? A mutiny. And we took care of that. And now we're off on some random volcano planet to try and track down the last piece.
Yeah, some random volcano planet called Mustafar,
Yeah,
which, for those who don't know, is like I think Darth Vader has like a fortress or something there, but there's all kinds of old Sith temples and it's a bad place. Those of you watching the video can see a picture behind me here. That's concept art for Mustafar. If you can't, if you're listening to the audio version, the sky is covered with soot. There's volcanoes and lava everywhere, and it's a scary place. Especially right now because you are escaping or rushing away, at least hastily moving from the ship you came here in an airspeeder. And Rich, you had found that really cool picture. Do you have that?
I
Because
believe Steven put it in the keeper
oh, cool, 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 cool.
in
Because
the
I just
NPCs. The night sky, it is right there.
yeah, because I just realized that I forgot to do that. Let me uh, share that just so we can see the cool thing you're moving around in.
Made by the Star Wars company Thompson, because that's what it says on the front, which is cool.
Yeah. So this is the thing you're currently moving around in, and you are being now this thing is in the way. move this. Yes. I wanted to show a picture of the things that are hunting you because you are being chased by stormtroopers, of course, who are also in air speeders. And I saved this picture and I realized I haven't saved the link, so I need to find the thing. And here we go. And I will
Spooky.
now share, let's see, this thing. Can you see that?
Mhm.
Trying to show the whole thing. So this is a troop transport airspeeder. It's got a pilot and like 10 people in it. It's carrying 10, sharing. So it's carrying like 10 troopers each. There's 3 of these following you. It's got a laser cannon, so they are shooting you up, or trying to at least. I think this session is going to be pretty much action the whole way through. So if you want your character moments, grab them when you get the chance, because there will probably not be a lot of space for them, since I want to finish this up today. We are going to start with a chase, and this is similar to the run that we did in the first session. This is testing the chase mechanics from standard outgunned. These are a little bit different. The structure is the same. You will make reaction rolls, and then you will get to do actions. The difference here is that we are tracking your speed, which is an abstract measure of like how quickly are you getting towards your goal. So it's not necessarily your absolute speed or anything like that, but it's how fast are you moving compared, in this case, to the people who are following you? How advantageous is your position? You're starting at speed 1. After your action turn, you will mark off a number of need boxes equal to your speed. So you're starting at speed 1. You have 10 need boxes. Every turn, every action turn, each of you get to take an action. And at that point, you get a need for speed. Yeah. In the action turn, it's just like in other times when it's your action turn, you get to choose exactly what you roll, describe what you're doing, and tell me how that works. You can, instead of making a roll, you can help another player to give them an extra die, or if there's something else you want to do that doesn't involve an action roll, you can do that. Depending on how well you succeed, this will increase or decrease your speed. If you don't get any successes, you will lose 1 speed. And if you're the driver, which in this case is LeBlanc, if you don't get any successes, you lose 1 speed. But if it's the driver, you also lose 1 armor. You have 3 armor. If you would lose armor and you don't have any, you crash. So you can lose armor 3 times. I don't foresee that being a huge problem, but who knows? If you get 1, like the basic success, which is a pair, nothing changes with the speed, and then speed increases the better your success. Then so every one of you will make an action roll. We mark off the need boxes, and then we do the reaction turn when the enemies do stuff, and you make reaction rolls. Those are for taking losing grit as usual. And if you fail that roll, you will also lose speed. So speed can go down in the enemy turn as well. Sorry, it's in the reaction turn that you can lose armor, not in the action turn. My mistake. So we start with the action turn, and I think we start with LeBlanc. You're piloting this very cool, sleek speeder. What does that look like?
I think as we look at the picture of the night sky, the Crimson Dawn speeder, we see that it has not just a windshield, but really an enclosed space. So LeBlanc's hair is not being buffeted by the wind. She's throwing on a pair of shades and she's leaned into this. It has I imagine it's like a pilot's wheel, I think they're called.
Yoke.
Yoke. Yeah, sure. Like a yoke and pitch, I think they're called. But anyway, she has that gripped casually in her hands. She's looking confident. This is just like from that one game that she's played. So yeah, totally chill about this. Thinks it's pretty great.
Cool. So what do you want to roll for this? Are you rolling drive?
I definitely am rolling drive, and with the drive, I think I will roll the nerves.
Yeah, that
It
makes
should
sense.
increase my nerves.
So that's 5 dice. You can make it a gamble to get an extra die. That means you will lose grit for every one you roll. You can spend destiny to get an extra die, but you also have a free reroll because of your driver fee.
I'm going to spin the destiny, so I'm rolling 6 dice. I'm getting them onto the table now,
Oh,
and I'm moving them over to the left-hand side, and then I'm getting ready to roll them. I wish I'd said this was it because I had 3 6s. That's on me. Here comes the reroll. Hey, 3 more 6s with different 3 6s.
yeah.
And
You
the
have
three,
you have the free reroll, so you can reroll your
I'm going to do it.
with no, since it's a free reroll, there's no risk.
Hey, full house.
Yeah, you get an extra basic success. So on three of a kind is a critical success. That means that I need to look at the right tab. That means your speed increases by 1, so you're at speed 2. I should note that if you get to speed 5, all the driver's action rolls are gambles. At speed 6, the driver also takes -1 on all rolls because things going fast. But we're not there yet, so don't worry about it. I'm sure everything will be fine. Who wants to go next? Okay,
I'll go next.
Yeah, sorry. Steven.
So I think what ASIC's going to get in one of the. Do we have turrets in the ship? I didn't look. I thought we had something.
No
shoot
real
with.
turrets, but there are guns.
Yeah. So I'm going to take control of one of the guns, and I'm going to see if I can't. I am not aiming to destroy the ships behind us or shoot the people or anything like that. I'm trying to take out their engines.
Cool.
So would that be a shoot, or could I use fix? It's the same.
Well, then you can use either.
Yeah. So how about nerves and fix?
Sure.
Which would be
Let's
5
do
dice
that.
for me.
I think fix here would be more like, yeah, you're tinkering with your guns to power them up or something.
Okay, so let me submit my dice and then I'll re-roll them.
Cool.
There we go. And I'm just going to re-roll them where they are and I'll move them later. That is 2 6s and a 4.
Yeah, so
I only have 1 basic success.
Yeah, so you have a pair, which means neither good nor bad. You've succeeded, but you didn't get enough to increase your speed. So you're firing off a few shots, probably not bothering them too much. You can do a reroll, which can improve your success, but you can also reduce it since you don't have a free reroll for them.
Right. So I'm gonna try the reroll. So I'm gonna reroll the non-paired up dice.
Yep.
Oh, and I ended up with a full house. So 3 6s and 2 4s.
Nice. Yeah, sorry, we should have said about the extra successes here. I'm going to use a version of the rules from Outland Adventure, where if you have extra successes, you can leave them on the table for other players to pick up. So, Rich, you had an extra pair, and Steven has an extra pair. So there are 2 pairs waiting for someone to grab them if you need them.
Do they have to match numerically?
No, it's just
okay.
These are what's there are not the dice with the numbers on them. It's 2
just
pairs.
Okay.
And you don't need to take back both of them. You can just I need 1 pair to get this to whatever. So they're there. Cool. So Steven, you also got a critical success. You fire off your shots. I think you like one of these ships is forced to like dive suddenly to avoid these shots. You don't take out the engine, but you're forcing them to they fall behind a bit because they're avoiding fire. I think Mark also had an idea for what to do.
Are they shooting at us, or are they just chasing us?
They're shooting at you. They each have like a laser cannon at the front, and they're shooting at you. They want you dead.
Fantastic. Coriana then is going to pop the canopy and stand up and try to deflect their shots back at them with the lightsaber.
Ooh. That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Lightsaber training, so that's good. It sounds like what am I rolling there?
Fight, maybe?
Yeah, fight and focus.
Fight and focus, that works.
Yeah. So that's 6.
Yep.
Cool.
And you have a free reroll because you're using your lightsaber.
Yes. All right. Roll selected. I got a straight. Does that count for anything?
That's the worst. No, I think you have a pair. Like you have a pair of
I do have a pair. I'm gonna use my reroll on the ones that are not in the pair.
That sounds like a reasonable choice.
Hey, there's a 4 of a kind.
4 of a kind. Nice. So yeah, what does it look like when you deflect one of these laser blasts back at one of the ships or one of the airspace?
It is a ship-mounted blaster, so it's a bit more heavy duty than a regular blaster. So I stand up, ponytail blowing in the wind, and I do deflect them back. They are a bit more forceful, so they do I do have to brace myself a little bit. You can see the impact of them, but like boing, 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 and then like smack one back like a tennis smash, and it nails one of the engine.
It's spinning out. You don't see it crash, so it's maybe not completely gone, but you see it's out of control. So 4 of a kind is an extreme success that gives you +2 speed.
Nice.
Cool. So Iceman, we have Coriana deflecting blasts. Azek is firing one of the guns. LeBlanc is piloting this. Very cool. She seems to be very in control here.
Besides dodging the lightsaber that's whipping around above his head, because he's tall, right? Like it's keep flying, kid. Iceman knows that there's a transponder in all of these these speeders, and the stormtroopers are probably like zeroing in on the transponder. So he's like whatever the equivalent is of reaching underneath the glove compartment with his hands, and he's just digging around trying to find the transponder. He's going to rip that thing out and throw it out the window. I think that is, just like the speeders back at home. So maybe crime and awareness, or crime and streetwise.
Awareness is more like noticing things.
Okay.
I think it sounds like fix. Because
Can I do crime and fix?
Crime and fix, absolutely.
Okay. I don't think that gets me any more dice. I just like it being a crime. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds that
perfect.
is 4 dice. Not good at this. What could go wrong? Everybody sees I pulled the 4 over.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I got a pair.
Yeah.
There's 2 pairs on the table, right?
Yeah. So you could pick those up, which would get you to 3 of a kind.
Normal.
3
okay.
equals 1.
All right. I think just narratively, I'm like, I can't find it, and then LeBlanc has to do a sharp turn, and it just like falls out into my hands. Ah!
Nice.
Just toss it out, or I toss it up, and then the lightsaber slices it in midair.
Awesome.
Careful with that thing.
So that gets you another critical success, which pushes your speed up 1 more. So now you're at speed 6.
Well, not this fast, kid.
So, and that's the end of the action turn. All of you have taken actions, which means we mark off 6 of the need boxes, 6 of the 10. So you're well on your way to getting to this Sith temple ahead of the Stormies. But now you all need to make reaction rolls, and here there are different rolls for the driver makes 1 roll and everyone else makes 1 roll. Not sure why they made it that way, but that's how they should work. And I think you're taking fire here. Because they are still shooting their laser cannons. And that means the driver rolls nerves plus drive, and everyone else rolls nerves plus stealth as you're trying to like avoid the blasts.
Okay. It's interesting the stealth is a dodge. That's interesting.
Yeah, and it's just in this case, and maybe actually, yeah, we're going. I think this is like hunkering down and like taking cover. I think that's why they're going with that.
Okay, taking cover. I could buy that. I'm rolling 5 dice.
Cool.
Do I get a free reroll on this as well?
Good question. Let me see. Driver, free reroll when driving repairing. I think so. I need to check. Let me check what they say about. I'm not sure if you get free rerolls on reaction rolls.
Is anybody about to roll 4 dice or fewer?
I just rolled 5 dice and got 2 pair.
Okay. Oh, you're muted, Steven.
Thank you. I just rolled 4 dice.
Okay. I can
I'm rolling
spend
5.
a destiny to give you a 5th die if you want.
How often can you do that?
It's basically I spend a destiny, but you get the extra die because I reassure you.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you still get the free reroll. I'm not 100%, but I think so. So let's go with that.
So I can reroll these 5 dice?
Oh, no, sorry. LeBlanc.
Okay.
Because
I do. Okay, cool. I'm going to roll then. Oh, wow. Looking good. Here comes my free reroll. I have 3 of a kind. See if I can make it better. I can. 4 of a kind.
4 of a kind. Nice. So, sorry. The difficulty here is critical. So you need 3 of a kind to succeed. Did anyone not get 3 of a kind?
I did not, and I'm going to re-roll.
Roll as well.
I got a pair, and I still did not succeed. So my pair goes away. So I got 0.
Yeah.
I got my 3 of a kind.
Cool. So
I'm going to re-roll.
0 success, you take 3 grit, or you lose 3 grit. If you got only one pair, you lose 2 grit. Did anyone end up at anything different than that?
So I lose 1 grit for just a critical success?
A critical success, you don't lose anything.
Okay.
That's the base difficulty. But if you don't get a critical success, you lose 3 grit. But for each basic success, each pair, you get to remove one of those losses. You block them. You mitigate the badness. So I think Azek was the one who got the worst of it here. So what happens to you that's bad here?
I think that they actually scored a hit, and it kind of knocked me loose, and I grabbed a hold of the edge because the canopy's now open, and I grabbed a hold of the edge, and I'm kind of hanging on, trying not to fall outside of the vehicle.
Yeah, you're zooming away across this volcanic landscape, and you are barely hanging on. We move into the. I check this up on the phone. No, weird. Yeah, okay. We're into the next action turn. Let's start with LeBlanc again. So
So I'm at
now,
speed 6. This is a gamble roll, right?
speed 6 is a gamble, which means you will lose 1 grit for every one, and you also have -1 to all rolls because you are going fast, and there's laser fire and all kinds of things happening.
What
Things
does a
are going
-1 mean again?
Sorry?
What is I'm sorry, I cut you off, but what's a -1 mean?
You lose 1 die from your dice pool.
Okay.
Can you choose to reduce your speed, or is that just
Nope.
goes up? Cool.
Why would I choose to reduce my speed? I just got here at this speed. I'm rolling 4 dice then, but I'm going to spend a destiny.
You're rolling 5.
Oh, wow. So spotlight. Has anyone ever used a spotlight in this game?
No, you can use the spotlight to get an extreme success, I think it is, without rolling. So that's like getting 4 of a kind. And you can use it for some other things, saving people, removing conditions, and some other stuff.
Neat.
You want to
I
do
think
that?
I'll just spend a destiny and roll 5 dice.
Yeah, cool. You have your free reroll, so you're pretty safe.
Oh, 2 pair.
2 pair. You can reroll your singleton. Doesn't cost you anything.
Okay, 2 pair.
2 pair. 2 pair puts you at the basic success for one of those pairs, which means no change to speed, but you also don't fail. So you can use your one of your pairs, and you can leave the other pair on the table, so it's available for someone
I'll do
else.
that. I'm leaving a pair of 1 snake eyes for anyone who needs to pick it up.
Yeah,
I'll literally move it out on the table. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, you rolled 2 ones. That means you lose 2 grit because this was a gamble. So is this
Awesome.
the stress getting to you, or do you take a hit, or what happened?
Oh, yeah, it's grit. So something happens. I think it started to get to me. Like this is the G forces I've never seen this. So there's this, oh, why would I ever slow down? And like, oh wait, this is like real. This is happening. Wow, that's a bit more than I thought. Yeah, so I'm starting to feel it, starting to freak out.
Glancing to the side and seeing Azek barely hanging on, like outside the canopy.
Yeah, like my friends could die.
Yeah. Azek, do you want to try to get in yourself, or do you want someone else to try to help you do that?
No, I'm going to try and climb in.
Cool.
What do you think that would be? Dexterity and nerves?
I think, let me see. I think dexterity is more like sleight of hand, that sort of thing. I think this is probably, it could, but I think dexterity could work here. Otherwise, you could use stunt, maybe. Yeah, one of those is probably the best. But I think you have 2 dice in either. So
Okay. And the attribute would be
could be brawn, but it could be something else. Brawn is like physical effort, so that's probably the most appropriate. But it could be nerves for quick reflexes and steady hands, or something else.
so. Let's do brawn and stunt. I'm going to spend a destiny to get 5 dice.
Cool.
Go to the dice roller, and I'm going to roll these 5 dice. And what's the difficulty level for getting back in?
Here you're making an action roll, so here it's not so much. I think as long as if you get a critical success, so 3 of a kind, you get back in. As long as you get a basic success, you're not falling off. And there is a basic success on the table, so you're not like mechanically you can always avoid falling off, but yeah.
So I rolled my 5 dice and I got nothing.
Cool.
So I'll use the basic success on the table to get back in.
No, that means you're still not in, but you're hanging on.
Okay, just stay hanging on then. Okay.
Yeah, you needed 3 of a kind to get back in. So
okay,
LeBlanc's deft flying is keeping you from falling off, but you are still hanging on the outside. So Iceman, what's your move here?
My friend's about to fall off the speeder. So Iceman has like his big vibro axe that he took from the armory, and he's like sliding that handle first towards Azek, but he's standing up full height in the speeder doing this and reaching out. Come on, grab it, kid. And I do want to point out that the alien big and strong, if I try to balance myself in unsteady situations, I get a penalty.
Ooh, yeah, that seems to make sense here. That means you lose 1 die.
Okay. So that's -1. What is that would be nerves and cool or
nerves and cool work.
Or stunt? No, stunt's more like jumping.
It could be force if you want to focus on like the lifting part, like grabbing on, but nerves cool sounds reasonable because you're trying to stay steady and like reaching out.
So I got 4 dice. I can spend destiny to get a 5th die.
Yep, and you can make it a gamble to get another die.
Yeah, let's do that. 6 dice. I need some grit. Iceman becomes a beast once he gets some grit. All right. I'm gonna re-roll these 6 dice. Okay, so it's a critical, but I take 2 grit doing it.
Nice. So the critical that would raise your speed, but oh, sorry. Wait, did I miss something with the chase? I think
maybe
so.
we can't go any faster. LeBlanc.
No, you can't go faster. But someone. Oh, crap! We should have actually dropped your speed. Everyone who failed, which was 3 people, so we should have dropped your speed to 3. Rich got a critical, I think, right? That would have bumped you up 1, and now you get a critical, which bumped you up again. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, Rich, your roll should have been easier, but screw you. I made a mistake, and that's
love it.
So yeah, you get
I'm old
in the what do you call it? The cockpit.
Yeah. I think I get Azek grabs the handle and I'm pulling him in to the point where he gets in and like once he gets in I like turn back and that's when a blaster bolt like blinds me in the eye. I'm not hurt, but I'm just like dazed from the flash of light.
You have a lot of eyebrows to lose. So.
Yes.
Cool. So finally, Coriana, you're well on your way. Like you can see the temple. LeBlanc is going in to land. What's the final thing you do here?
So we great. So Isaac is back in, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna roll focus and detect and try to see someplace in the place that we're going that like we can like zoom into to kind of lose the transports that we can fit into.
Yeah.
Setting it there. So that's focus and detect. 6 dice. I'll take that. 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a triple, and that's a full house.
Nice. Yeah. You can see the entrance. Like I think like the main entrance. This temple is built into the side of an active volcano. You can see the main entrance, and there's like rubble and all kinds of stuff like blocking the entrance. But you see that there's a like one of these circular landing things off to the side. That there's probably an entrance there. So you direct LeBlanc to go there.
So that way, we'll get into tight space where they can't go and have a cool chase where they blow up when they hit the side. Just like in that one game.
Yeah. So you land the airspeeder. The troopers are still coming, but they can't take this path. They can't get into this like tight entrance to land where you have landed. So you're inside this huge Sith temple. It's all black stone, weird like runes and symbols on the walls that are glowing vaguely. And you start to move into the bowels of this ancient structure. Kuriana, you can kind of feel where you're supposed to go, but this is a scary place to use the Force because you can sense that the dark side is strong here.
Yeah,
I
say that out loud.
Yep. This is it's a terrifying place. So how do you all what do you do when you're moving forward here, trying to find your way? And I'm going to start with Kuriana, since you're the one who knows kind of what you're doing here.
Yeah, I think I was like, stay close, be on the lookout. No one's been here for a very long time, but there's still something very bad here. And just like I think even though I can feel the darkness kind of pressing in around me, I like try to gently push forward, like almost creating like a like in my mind like a narrow flashlight beam of force detection in front of me. Try like picking my way through without disturbing too much.
Yeah. So let's see a roll for this. What do you think you're doing?
I think I feel like focused and detect again. I'm concentrating on that. Yeah, it's not no. So it might be focus and cool actually, because I'm like trying to like balance.
Yeah.
Not to find the thing I want without being affected by the dark side stuff there.
Keep control of your emotions.
Keep control of my emotions. Yeah, like it.
Yeah, focus cool sounds perfect for that.
It's still 6 dice though, so I'll take that.
And this is, I think, for you at least, this is a dangerous roll because the dark side is pulling at
you. Yeah, I got 3 6s though.
3 6s. That's a critical success. That's enough. So you're not. You can resist the temptation to pull on the dark side. Yeah, let's go to LeBlanc. Brianna has told you to stay close and follow her. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm following her lead. I have ideas of other cool things I could be doing, and I'm just running through them in my head while I'm doing what I'm told because I am a little freaked out now.
Yeah, so there are I think you're going down this huge spiral staircase, and it's like it's a huge shaft going down. It's like 30 feet across, and the staircase is like taking up almost all the space. There's obviously a hole in the middle because it needs to be a place where you can't fall down, and no railings because who needs railings? I mean, just don't fall over. That's easy. Um, so think you should also roll something here not to not freak out too badly. Um, I think what's at stake here is you getting nervous. Um, so how do you think you avoid that? So you need a critical success to avoid becoming nervous.
Hmm. Well, it seems like nerves would be a thing because it's about my nerves.
Cool. You can absolutely do that.
Uh, and cool, keeping your cool. So nerves cool is exactly that. I'm great at this with four dice.
You want to spend a destiny to get an extra
I'm
die.
running out of destiny here. But
Oh, sorry.
yes.
Yeah, we should have given out destiny after the last scene. I think everyone did really cool stuff. I want to give one destiny to everyone. So yeah, everyone take one destiny from the chase. I don't know if that changes your calculations.
Yes. I'll immediately burn one of the destiny you just gave me. I'll burn to get a fifth die and I'll roll.
Oh, I was gonna burn one to reassure you too. Is that all right?
I'll pause. I'm feeling a little nervous.
It's okay. Just stick with Coriana.
Okay. Okay,
I got
thanks.
your back, kid.
Thanks. What does the reassurance do? Give me a die
It gives
without
you an
having to
extra
spend
die.
death.
Yeah.
Okay, so an extra die, and then I can spend the destiny on top of that, so I could roll with six dice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Be
I
funny if you
think
just
so.
totally
Yeah.
lose your cool.
Pardon?
Be funny if you just totally lose your cool after it, though.
Anesh, you said something? I couldn't hear you.
I'm not sure if you can get both because I think the reassure is if you're about to roll 4 dice or fewer. So I think
Oh,
not only one of you can spend the destiny.
I want to be reassured, so that sounds great.
Yeah, cool.
I'll remark a destiny, so I'm up to 3 destiny. I'm so filled with destiny. Here comes my 5 dice. Woof! Uh, this one wasn't part of it, so a critical is
Nice.
I got 3 4s. I'm trying to figure out, do I have a critical with 3 4s?
Yeah, three of a kind is
Okay.
a critical. I don't
Three of a
love
kind,
that
critical. Yep, it's right
that it
there
was.
on the rules summary. Yep, I see it. I'm not gonna push a reroll. I'm just gonna take it. Thanks, Iceman.
I should. Let's see. Can I make a note? Where's here label? Yeah. So maybe that helps for the future. I put a label on the table that says critical equals three of a kind because I won't remember what I'm telling you. Sorry. So Iceman, you've reassured LeBlanc. She seems to have calmed down a bit. Brianna is going ahead. What do you do?
As we're going down this spiral staircase,
Yeah.
I think there's some. Is there like a Sith statue or
Oh
something?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, like this, like right up through the middle of the staircase, and like I think immediately after Iceman reassures LeBlanc, "It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it, kid." he makes eye contact with the Sith statue staring back at him, and he just immediately goes, "I got a bad feeling about this." Um, because I'm gonna start looking for enemies. Like
Yeah.
there were stormtroopers coming our way. What evidence are there? So I'm thinking this is probably focus and awareness.
Focus awareness absolutely works for that.
Okay, so that's 5, and then I get a free reroll for bad feeling.
Nice. And I think if you don't get a critical here, you're going to be distracted because you're looking around.
Ah, okay, yeah. Looking at the pretty pictures too much. Okay, here we go. Rerolling these 5 down here at the bottom. I don't know what the dice just did. Let me do that again. I don't. They all snapped.
I saw the dice change, but I don't
Yeah, I
know
don't know
which
what
ones you
happened
were
there.
rolling.
All right, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. Okay, this is my roll now. What the hell is it doing? All right, I'm gonna delete all my dice, and I'm just gonna roll 5 new dice
Yeah.
because they keep popping all over the place. All right, this is why we did the other one. Not that it doesn't have issues either. Okay, I haven't selected anyone else's dice. Delete selected, and my dice don't go away.
Think no.
Hold on. I got 5 dice right here.
Yeah.
3.
I think you're just bad at clicking
4.
buttons, Greg.
Hey, it's true. It's true.
For a little bit, I thought it might be the site, but I
Known
think
problem. Known problem. All right, here we go. Who was this? This wasn't risky, right? I'm not going to take anything for.
If you don't get to a critical, you will become distracted.
But do ones do anything for me? Because we're in a Sith
No,
temple.
no.
Okay, cool. Let me.
You have the free reroll.
Actually, I got 3 ones.
Oh, then you have
So
your critical.
I got it, my critical, and wait. Oh, is it not going to do it? Not sure if y'all are going to be able to. Oh.
I think I deleted your dice from the dice roller if you were trying
No,
to.
you're fine.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You wanted to show the.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 3, and then I get a free reroll, so I might as well,
Yeah.
right? Because I might be able to leave something else for someone else. Oh, on the floor. Okay. Oh, yay, a pair. So there's a pair on the
Yeah, there's a
All
pair on the
right.
table. You get your critical. I'm going to tell you what you notice. Actually, let's do that right away. You see, you're looking at this statue, and then you start looking around, and then you look back at the statue, and you see something on top of the statue that hunkers down, and you hear a skittering sound, and you see something slinking around. It's dark and shadowy here. You can't see clearly what it is, but there's definitely something moving up on that statue. So, Azek, what do you do?
So the stormtroopers that were flying are coming after us. I think we delayed or destroyed 2 of the ships. There's still one ship that's like coming in hot, right?
Yeah,
I
but
think I'm going to.
They can't go in the way you went in. So they can enter
perfect.
the temple, but they're not here right now. You don't know where they are, and they're not an immediate threat.
So I was thinking I was going to lock the door behind us to slow them down, but since they can't come in this way, I'm just going to watch and look for specifically traps or doors that aren't easy to see, so that we can, maybe we need to go a different direction.
Yeah. Cool.
So I think that's detect and focus.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
And I think that the risk for you here is the same, that you might become distracted.
Perfect. I'll roll 6 dice. And I got a pair of 1s. I did not get anything else.
There is one pair on the table, but that does not get you to a critical. So you may do a reroll, but that's also a bit risky.
Yeah, I'm going to do a reroll.
Yeah. So you reroll everything that's not part of the pair.
Okay, so I got a second pair.
Nice.
And so that makes 3 pairs, so that gets me a critical.
Yeah. So I think you're moving down the stairs, and you get to a landing, and you notice, and there's another statue there on the landing, like a big domineering statue, and you look behind it, and there's a door like behind the statue. If you don't sneak in there, you don't see it, and that's when the ambush happens. So there are suddenly, Iceman, you notice the one creature that was circling around or slinking around on the statue. Suddenly, there are more of them, like climbing up from the stairs, rushing out. You can go in through this door behind the statue to get some cover, but these things are coming after you, and we are going to go into a fight.
Do I do a quick bio break?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
we've been going for an hour. Let's take 10 minutes.
Okay.
Cool.
And we're back. So, yeah, these creatures that are attacking you, they have like black obsidian claws. They're glowing from within with as if they have lava in their bellies. Or maybe it's magma if it's inside something. I'm not sure. Is it inside a creature, but it's above ground? Who knows? But they look scary, and they clearly want to do you harm. Kuriana, you can feel that these are dark force influenced creatures. They are definitely evil, and they want to do bad things to you. Since Iceman was keeping a lookout, and Azek has found this door that you can kind of retreat to pull back a bit, you will get to start with the action turn instead of being ambushed and starting with the reaction turn. These creatures are critical both for attack and defense, so you need to get critical to hit them. If you get better than a critical, you will do more damage, but critical will do 1 damage to them. They have a couple of special abilities. There are a lot of them, so they count as a mob. That means if you lose grit, so if you don't get to a critical when you're defending, you will lose 1 additional grit, because there are a lot of them. And when you attack them in close combat, it's a dangerous roll, which means you can lose grit even when you're attacking them, because they're glowing hot and they have big scribbly claws. If you are firing at them from range, you lose 1 die. It's not a dangerous roll, but you lose 1 die because they're scrambling around and climbing up the walls and moving unpredictably. But you get to decide how you engage with that. So I think Iceman will be the first to act, since you were the one keeping watch.
Yeah, so I think they jump, but Iceman is ready with that vibro axe and just goes straight for the belly. So this is melee, so it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Brawn and fight? No, barehanded is fight.
Brawn and fight sounds perfectly reasonable for that. You get an extra die because you have this big weapon. So that helps you, but like I said, the roll is dangerous, so if you don't get to a critical, you're going to take damage.
So you get +1 for the big axe?
+1 for the big axe. So
Hell
+1
yeah. All right, that's 7 dice.
Nice.
What could go wrong?
Well, you're assured to get at least 1 pair.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Math. All right, here we go. Okay, so I got a pair of 6s. Oh, I got 3 pairs.
3 pairs,
but one of the pairs is 1s, so that's not so good.
No, that doesn't matter. This is not a gamble, so
I thought it was dangerous, all 1s.
Now, dangerous and gamble are different things. Gamble is when you lose grit on 1s. Dangerous means you lose grit if you fail.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. All right. So 1, 5, and 6. Do I get a free reroll? I can reroll this too to see if I can leave some stuff on the table.
I don't think you have anything that gives you a free reroll. No,
Okay.
you can still do a reroll. If you don't improve with that reroll, you lose one of your successes, which could
Oh
be the
no, no, we're
fail.
not. No, nope, not touching it then. Okay, cool. I'm good with my one critical success. Um,
Did you get a critical and a pair, or just a critical?
no, no, I just got one critical. It's
Oh,
the
cool,
the
cool.
three pairs way of getting to a
Oh, yeah,
critical.
yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. So, how do you take out one of these creatures?
Yeah, so it jumps at me, and there's like a flash of light as Iceman cuts through its belly, and that lava stuff splashes over the stairs. Um, and I think Iceman is just like, they're everywhere.
They are
Um,
indeed everywhere. Azek, you were the one who found the door behind the statue. What do you do?
Yeah. So whenever you said that there's a large number of these, are you talking about like 50? Or are you talking about like six? Or
There's like over a dozen.
okay. So I think I'm going to run to the door that I found and open it and tell everyone to follow me.
Cool.
Does that require a roll?
No, you could that could count as helping someone. So someone can get an extra die.
That sounds perfect.
Cool.
We can
So
defend better from here.
yeah. Kuriana, you want to go next?
yeah, I imagine I was closer to the door because I was leading the way.
Mhm.
And when I see that there's trouble, I think if it's cool with Iceman, I'm going to like jump up onto your back, onto your shoulders, flip over you, and come down in the middle of them with a lightsaber.
Awesome.
So that is going to be stunt and uh,
Brawn, probably. That's physical effort.
yeah, let's do that stunt and brawn. I'm doing a lightsaber, so I get a +1 because it's a big one.
Yep.
Cool. Let's do 6 dice then. And I'll take that extra one from ASIC since you're getting out of the way there. Get that there. Cool. So I'll roll 7. Hey, there's 4 6s. Um,
Nice.
get a free reroll with my lightsaber, and
Yeah.
I get a free reroll with lightsaber, and I get a free reroll with the acrobatics. Do those both count, or should I just use one?
You can only get one free reroll.
Okay, great. I will use the let's use the acrobatics one. There we go. 5 6s.
5 6s. Oh my god. Yeah. I need to count here because
Inga
let's see.
bunga, that's impossible.
Possible success.
Yeah, I think that's 9 damage
Oof.
because 3 equals 1. That goes all the way. So
Oh, yeah.
1, 5 of a kind is 3 4 of a kind. Each 4 of a kind is 3 3 of a kind. So that's 9. I think you
Nice.
just take out all of them.
I think instead of like hitting them with lightsaber, maybe I jump up, like do the flip, and then like come down in the middle of them and like do a force blast push
Ooh, yeah.
and like come around like, okay, ready. Nope, they're all gone. Great, cool.
Yeah. You just take out the whole pack of them,
And I'd be like,
knock them
go,
down.
go, get in there. Let's go before more of them show up.
Falling down, some of them just fall, a bunch of them just fly out into this big shaft and fall down. Some of them are stunned, thrown into the walls and just scramble away. And some of them are just smashed, and there's lava like flowing down the walls from their innards.
Through the door before more of them show up. Go, 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 go.
Yeah. LeBlanc, I think you're the first one through the door here. There's you come in. It's like a big gallery leading with these statues lining it, and it's clearly going into. There's a big open, almost almost like a cavern. Like they haven't the walls are unfinished, and there's a big open area with some kind of altar in the middle of a lava pond, almost like a small lava lake.
Wow, this reminds me of the Goonies level. She will dash forward, glancing at the statues as if they're going to start falling in front of her, behind her, on top of her. I know. Who even knew?
No, no, they're staying still.
Nice. Making her way to the altar, I guess.
Yeah, and you feel like you like out of the corner of your eyes. This is a huge room. It's and now I need to do actual conversion in my head. So I think it's like 100 feet. No, is that enough? Yeah, 100 feet. That's big. 100 feet across. You can't even see the ceiling. There's like smoke and shadows, and whenever you turn your head, it's like something's moving in the corner of your eye. But you're moving towards this altar. There's like a narrow path of rocks sticking up out of the like the bubbling lava. So yeah, let's see you. How do you get across there?
Did you mean like 37 meters? Was that what you had in your head? I just moved over the converter, so
Yeah.
cool. I moved the converter over. That's all. That's all. I just want to make sure, like, when you said 100 feet, you meant 100 feet ish. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait. Do I what? I got to the altar.
Yeah, you're trying to get to the altar. The altar is
Okay,
there's the big cavern. There's a lava pool in the center of the cavern. In the center of the lava pool, there's that's
gotta.
where the altar is. Like
And I
on a
need to
small
jump over the lava pool.
jump over, or there are some rocks you could try to walk on, but yeah.
How big? Like, how much of a jump is this? Is this a thing that LeBlanc, even in her, I
You
did all this in
absolutely
a single.
can jump across.
Okay,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
going to jump
It's
then.
not like, oh, this is just something you can do if you double jump in a computer game. No, it's a jump you can.
Okay. Then she's going to double jump her way over the lava pool because this sounds like a thing a daredevil would do.
Hmm.
Let's see.
And this is definitely a dangerous roll, and
It's
you
a,
need a
yeah,
critical. So if you fail,
cool.
you will lose grip.
You wouldn't know it from looking at her, but she has more brawn than nerves. And I think this is a stunt. So,
Hmm.
because it says jump or run recklessly, dodge bullets. So I'm rolling 6 dice.
Yeah, nice.
Also, this is not an enemy, correct?
That
But it's
is
not a reaction
correct.
roll. This is an action roll. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I have one feat that I've always wanted to use.
Yeah,
Never,
yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. There are lots of good feats. Oh, goodness. I do not wish to get a reroll because I have rolled perfectly well. That is an extreme success.
Extreme success, four of a kind. Yeah, you get across with ease. What? How cool does this look?
I think it looks pretty athletic, exactly as LeBlanc envisioned it in her mind. It's the thing where maybe her arms are still pumping as she jumps over, and then she turns back a little bit, to see if anyone's watching her do this amazing jump, but no one's there. They're dealing with, lots of monsters chasing them. So there's a little like a moment of disappointment. Then she comes tumbling over at the other side and pops up in front of the altar.
Yeah. So this altar, in the middle of it is, there's like a big cylinder of this black obsidian material, but there's an obvious, not like a button to push, but there's like a place where you can put your hand. That's It's probably the way you open it, right?
Oh, I've opened so many chests in my day. So yes, I'll just open it.
Cool.
I'm gonna check for traps.
No. Who you don't trap the reward chest? Why would you do that?
The trap with the lava pool.
Yeah. So you put your hand on this. Let's go back to the others. Kuriana has dealt with lava creatures. Blanc has rushed ahead into this big cavernous chamber. The rest of you follow, see her put her hand on this thing. Kuriana, how do you react to that?
Do I get a sense of like, is this a bad thing we shouldn't be messing with, or like, am I alarmed when I feel like doing that? I guess.
You can. There's the dark side is strong in this place, but you can also you feel a tug from the artifact that you're looking for. You have like you're looking for one of these end pieces to the thingamajig. I don't remember what it's called, but the time-stopping artifact. You have touched one of the. You have touched the other end piece. You're looking for one end piece. You're looking for the other. It feels like it's in that direction. Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a destiny to fire off my intuition.
Ooh.
To get a clue
Cool.
or suggestion.
Yeah. Ask the director to give you a clue or suggestion, or to find the weak spot of an enemy. Well, you don't have an enemy to get a weak spot of. So yeah. What LeBlanc is doing here is she's opening some sort of container. You're pretty sure that the artifact is within the container, but you're also pretty sure that that's not the only thing that's in there. So yeah, things are probably about to get real bad.
I think as she's opening the container, then I'll sprint across the rocks to be there for whatever is coming out.
Cool. You won't make it there before she puts her hand on the thing. But let's have you make a roll to see if you make it before things get worse.
Jump across the rocks.
You should get one destiny for your super awesome destroy
cool.
all the lava creatures thing.
So that is probably stunt jumping across the rocks, right?
Yeah.
And brawn, I guess, because that's physical.
Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds fair.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you have your
I got my free reroll from my force jumping.
yeah, from control. Yeah.
So that's 4 6s.
Nice. Yeah. Your jump is just as awesome as LeBlanc's, but of course you're using the force, so you're kind of cheating. But you make it there. I think you like grab LeBlanc's arm just as she's putting her hand on this circular symbol thing. Azek and Iceman, do you follow them up to this altar? Do you stay behind? What do you do? You have the gallery with the statues leading up to this big cavern with the lava pool.
So right now, I think I'm focused on trying to make sure that nothing comes through the door at us.
Yeah.
So I think it's I don't know that we can lock the door, but I think if I can get Iceman to help me push one of the statues in front of it.
We're bracing it. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I don't think you need to roll for that. That's something that feels like something you can just do. Iceman is big and strong, and Azek is clever and can like know how to brace the thing. So you're doing that. Yeah, LeBlanc, you put your hand on the container. It opens, and it's kind of like um, it's rotating, twisting, which is weird because this should be like one solid piece of stone. It doesn't act like one solid piece of stone. It's shifting, it's kind of spiraling. There's not an explosion, but definitely a sense of something opening, and there's like a percussive blow as the thing opens. You stagger, both of you stagger backwards like half a step. There's black shadowy smoke pouring out. LeBlanc, you find yourself holding this artifact. It's like a foot in diameter, a metal ring sort of thing. You don't know what it is. Koreana, you recognize it, that this is the end piece. This is the thing you're looking for. Koreana, you also sense that there's an evil presence here, the dark side. There's a dark side force user who was probably trapped inside this thing in some way, who has now escaped. Yeah. What do you do?
I think I like so LeBlanc has the thing.
Yeah.
And sort of like press it into her hands, like hold it in her hand there and say, like, you and the others need to get out of here. I'll take care of whoever this is.
Is it a crown? I think it's a crown.
Not a crown. Take it to the ship. If I don't make it, take it to Kira. She'll know what to do next. Go. Then
Cool.
fire up the blade. Run back to the ship now. Go.
We can't leave you.
Yeah. This is when we get into the next big fight. I think maybe we should take a quick break before then, just so we don't have to take a break in the middle of the big, exciting final battle. We'll see. But let's take 5 minutes just to refresh ourselves. Yeah. So Stephen very nicely pulled up the Fermata cage. I forgot what the MacGuffin was called. It's the Fermata cage. You have one of the end pieces, and now LeBlanc, you're pulling back a bit as Brianna stands against this dark, shadowy creature or dark shadow that solidifies into a black cloaked. What's the name with the horns?
Debrak?
Deveroni?
Zabrak. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a Deveronian. There's the other one, Deathorinian. So we're
and with the usual black, red Sith markings. I think it looks male at least. Is just going to like reach out and push you aside with the force, moving forward, pulling out a lightsaber from inside this shadowy cloak. It's red, of course. moving towards LeBlanc, and we're into combat. Think you're starting with a reaction round because this ancient Sith is attacking you and being pretty nasty. So this is a tougher enemy. Here, the defense, or both attack and defense, are extreme. So you need 4 of a kind to not take damage and to hit and do damage. You don't need to score a lot of hits, but you can't do. You can't. Yeah, you need a 4 of a kind. If you lose any grit, you will lose 2 extra grit. Because that's the power of the dark side. And then we have some other things. If you don't score at least 1 basic success, that is a pair on your reaction roll, the bad things will happen. But we will get to that. So I think he is like lashing out with force pushes and that sort of thing. What makes sense to roll for that? I think endure or force, probably. I'm going to say force to like resist being pushed back. So probably, let's say brawn or focus force, actually, because it helps to have your mind clear to resist. So everyone roll focus force. You can spend destiny to get an extra die. You can make it a gamble to get an extra die, but then you will lose grit if you roll once. If you don't get at least 4 of a kind, you're going to lose grit. And I need to look up how much you lose. I think it's a lot.
I have 3 dice in focus plus force.
Oh, yeah, great. That's good for you.
Yeah, so spend destiny and make it gambling. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, cool. I need to look rule summary. Yeah. So if you fail, if you don't get 4 of a kind, you're going to lose 9 grit. But you can reduce that by the successes you get. So whatever you get will help. But yeah, it's bad.
Okay, so I got 1 basic success. I did get 1. I can choose to re-roll. Do I get to re-roll that 1?
You get to re-roll all singletons, including anyone.
All single. Oh, okay. All right. So okay, got it. So you have to re-roll these 4. Thank you.
I got a triple. I'm gonna re-roll these 3.
And remember, if you re-roll and if you're not using a free re-roll, if you re-roll and don't improve, so if you don't get anything extra like another pair or something, you will lose one of the successes you already had.
Got a second triple. So I've got 2 triples.
Nice. Ooh, there's an extreme success and an extra pair.
So if you have a triple, how much grit would you be losing?
6.
If I have 2 triples, is that?
Then you lose 3.
3. Okay.
So let's start with Koreana because you're closest. So this powerful force of dark force energy is pushing you back. How do you protect yourself?
I think he moved past me, and the force push was shoved me into the pillar, the column where it came out of.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I like jam my lightsaber into the ground and like kind of like brace myself and like slide back on the kung fu slide back, but I like banged into the back of the pillar there.
Nice. And you get two 3 of a kind, so you lose 3 grit total. LeBlanc, you were just like turning to carry this artifact away, like Coriana told you to. What happens to you?
This thing comes at us, and I think it's trying to hurt everybody with the sheer evil Sith powers. I let out a little sound, and with my 3 dice, I spin to Destiny to make it 4 dice, and then I'm going all out with a gamble. So I'm rolling 5 dice as LeBlanc does plan to jump over the lava, still holding the thing. I think, yeah, she throws it like a discus to Iceman
Nice.
Ooh, cool.
in midair because Daredevil. Here we go. Just not what I needed.
It's a pair.
It's a pair.
You can re-roll your singletons. And
I think I will.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Coriana, I'll come back to you because there were some extra things. Actually, let's do that for everyone at the end.
Okay. I got 2 successes.
So you get 2 pairs. That means you only lose 7 grit.
Okay. That's fine. I have unlimited. Oh, that's not as many as I thought.
I have an extra pair if you wanted to take that to get the critical.
I would save you from 1 more.
That's fine. I actually have a thing because of my youth called Too Young to Die. I'm filling in the bad box. You suffer no condition, and I fill in the bad box either way. So I'm cool with just eating it,
Okay.
and someone else can take that extra success. But thank you, Gibor.
Cool. Let's go to Iceman then.
I think LeBlanc chucks the disc, and maybe on a better day it would have been coming to me, but I rush forward and grab it, and it's just in time as the force push hits me. And it slides back, but I don't take any grit damage because I got my full success here, my extreme success. And he like digs his claws into the dirt, and it's gonna take a lot more than that.
Nice. And finally, Isaac.
So, I made a critical, so I'm going to take 6 points of damage.
Yep.
And I think what this looks like is I had my back turned, looking towards the, trying to hold the door and, make sure it was blocked and everything, watching for bad guys to come through that way. And I think I get pushed up against the door and kind of squashed. And that's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. And now for the other bad things, because like I said, because of the power of the dark side, anyone who lost any grit lose 2 more. But Iceman, you have that extra basic. You can use that for yourself or for someone else to protect them.
I'm gonna. I don't know, Steven, do you want help, or or Rich, do you want help?
It wouldn't make any difference for me.
Okay.
Is that a
If I-
special enemy action?
These are the feats.
Okay, cool.
Enemy feats. But this is, sorry, did you have something?
I have something that lets me reroll against reaction rolls for enemy special actions, but not this.
Oh yeah, this wasn't a special action, but there will be special actions coming at some point. So I will try to keep that in mind. Yeah, but someone can skip one of these extra losses from Iceman's basic success, or actually protecting you from the initial loss, but it doesn't matter. As long as someone uses it. But everyone got at least a basic success, right? No one was completely, yeah. So that means...
but we all take that 2 grit, right?
Sorry? Yeah.
Everybody takes the 2 grit? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
You don't take the 2 grit because you didn't take any damage, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Not ice.
Okay.
If you lost any grit, then you lose 2 more. But you didn't lose any, so you're safe.
Brutal. Okay.
And if you, but everyone scored at least 1 basic success. You stay away from his lightsaber, and while you are getting pummeled, you don't get terrified by his terrifyingness. Let's go to Koreana again. He has just moved past you. He's ignoring you. He's completely focused on the artifact.
Well, I will not let him ignore me anymore. It's Saberin time. Yeah, I think this is the if he's ignoring me, I think I do the jump flip over him in front of him and come down with the saber. I imagine he will block, but let's do a lightsaber fight with the Sith.
Nice.
I'd like to do something before that.
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
I'm going to spend my spotlight to get a success.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure I understand what I can do with that. What I was thinking of was I'm going to, once I turn around, see this, shadow creature, I'm going to turn around and I want to zip up and try and help someone to give them extra dice to help them succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And what that would look like is I would, hit them with a stem or something like that would give them extra adrenaline or something like that. Is that something I could spend a spotlight for?
Yeah, let's talk this through. Oh, sorry. Actually, I forgot one thing. Asek, you filled out your bad box, which means you take a condition.
I don't, because I'm a droid.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, so nothing happens to you and nothing happens to LeBlanc because she's too young to die. And no one else filled out their bad box. Yeah, so what you can do with the spotlight is, I'll just go through the options. You can get an extreme success without rolling. And that's obviously, I should have mentioned this before, because you could have used it to protect yourself from this brutal attack. But let's move past that. So that's one thing you could use this to, you could use your spotlight to attack this Sith creature or Sith Lord and automatically hit him, get a success. You can also use it to save a friend who has lost the death roulette. That's not relevant right now. You can use it to remove a condition. I don't think anyone has any conditions. You can save a ride from destruction. That doesn't matter right now. Or you can do something else impactful. So it's a big, powerful thing that you can use. But yeah, if you want to just help someone, you don't need to spend your spotlight on that. But we could like fictionally say you use your spotlight, you get an extreme success, and you could transfer that to let someone else do something awesome. That's absolutely something you can do.
Would that sort of be like I'm handing over my action to someone else?
Kind of, yeah. It's
okay.
Like you're spending the resource, you're doing something to set someone else up to let them do something. Like it's your you the player are spending the resource to let another character do something else.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Is I think we see this normally. Azek walks, pitter patters like a little Jawa and everything, but all of a sudden he zips like a droid, and I think jabs Koreana with a syringe, and I think this is going to supercharge whatever it is you want to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry for the interruption, but now, now do it.
Yeah. So I think this will, like, Koreana, I think like ASIC is doing this. You get to
Mhm.
do your thing, and then you also get get an extra extreme success from
Okay,
what ASIC is doing.
cool. So I'm doing my flip. I'm doing my lightsaber. This is gonna be a brawn stunt, I guess,
Sure.
with my lightsaber. So it's gonna be 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Your brawn plus stunt is 5, and you get +1 for your lightsaber.
That's 6 then. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 6.
But you also have a free reroll.
That's 2 pair. I'll re-roll the 1 and the 3. No good. That's 2 pair.
Cool. So
But what's the thing that I get from Steven?
yeah. So I think you do your flip over, you come down with the lightsaber, and he just blocks you,
Mhm.
like swats your. You do this awesome cool strike, and he just swats it aside.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Asa comes up, zips up, injects you with some sort of stim or something, and that lets you take the advantage. So
Right.
what does that look like?
Um, I think so. Are we on like one of the on one of the rocks in the lava now?
Yeah, yeah.
I think he blocks me, kind of shoves me aside. I'm kind of like on a knee. Asa comes up and zaps me, and he is he's coming around for like a killing blow. And I put my hand down on the rock and use force push to split it. So he like falls away. Ugh.
Ah, nice. Yeah, he falls into the lava. It's not burning him up immediately. Clearly, he's very strong with the force, but he does take damage. He is not gone yet, but he has you've struck a powerful blow against him. Um, let's go to LeBlanc. So you threw the end piece to Iceman. He caught it. Kuriana is fighting him in the lava. What do you do?
I kind of want to run. Um, I, y- your boy looks like he's taking care of himself. He's always taking care of stuff. Coriata, this is her whole thing. Would you the players, be disappointed if LeBlanc just like took off? It was
Oh,
kind of what she was
that's what we
told to
should do.
do.
Yeah,
I'll be completely honest, that's Iceman's plan too.
yeah. I imagine there will
Okay.
be obstacles on the way back. So yeah, go for it. That
Yeah, I think
my Crown
LeBlanc.
kind of like hold him off while you guys get away with the thing.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, you still have this statue in front of the door that Iceman put there, so no one could come in. So maybe you're rushing towards there, and let's go to Iceman before we do LeBlanc. Before we finish with LeBlanc.
Okay. So Iceman's got this excellent, I'm trying to gesture in front of my microphone. This excellent sort of brace here. He's like shoving it up in that brace to hold it next to his chest, which is probably not the best place to hold a Sith artifact, but you do what you gotta do. And yeah, I'm gonna like try to shove that big old Sith statue that when it had a little more time earlier was easier to do, but now panicked, sweaty palm thing.
Mhm.
Um, so +1 for lifting and moving big things for being a big old
Yeah,
alien. Um,
this is probably force.
yeah, that feels right. Yeah. Brawn force, so that's 7,
Yeah,
2, 3, 4,
you
5,
can
6,
probably get help
7.
from LeBlanc.
Uh, yeah. Do you want to help me, LeBlanc?
That's just a in this at this point. That's just a fictional thing. So just
yes, I would love to fictionally help you in our
yeah.
fiction.
So that's
So that's 8, and then I'm going to make it a gamble. Because why not?
ooh.
That's
I mean,
9.
you're an old Gagoran, and you're lifting with your back here, not your knees. That's
Uh-huh.
that could hurt.
All right, so I'm going to roll 9 dice just because we have to get. I assume that like the difficulty level of the boss just kind of carries across? Like this now has
No,
to be.
this is just here for this. You just need
okay.
You just need 3 of a kind. So
Oh, okay. Well,
you don't need to. You don't have
I
to.
still like it. All right. All right. Let me put this thing down. Nope. I'll put this down because I like seeing the dice. So we're gonna adjust the background. I need to make this quick keys somewhere. Okay. All 9 dice. Wow. Oh, that's a 4. And then I've got a success there. And I did take 1 grit.
Oh, yeah. You get 4 of a kind. You just get this statue out of the way, no problem. You lose 1 grit from the 1. And LeBlanc, you help.
I think I'm like, and then when LeBlanc gets there, yeah, and then like throwing the door open. I think that's I'm gonna take that extra basic, and just like slamming the last of those little lava things that was listening at the door. Just bam.
Yeah. You slam them aside. You start running up the stairs back towards the airspeeder. Cool. Let's go back to the big tavern. Now it's just Azek and Kuriana down there. So the Sith Lord, he's going at both of you with his lightsaber. Now he's taking you seriously. So he's focusing on you, Kuriana, but Azek, you are not safe from this. Because he is intent on killing everyone in his way, and currently you are in his way. Cool. So you need an extreme success to not take any, lose any grit. And I think at this point, what would you roll to not get cut up with a lightsaber? I think brawn to, because you're mostly getting out of the way. Brawn stunt, probably. You're trying to dodge. That makes sense to me at least. Yeah.
Excellent.
So let's start with Kuriana.
Cool. That's gonna be 6 dice for me. Doing lightsabering and flipping and dodging.
Yep.
4, 5, 6. There's 1 pair, but I'm doing acrobatics, so I'll take that free reroll as well.
I see 3 of a kind, 3 fours.
Oh, 3 4s and 1 pair.
Cool. So let's have Azek make his roll before we assess anything, in case you want to share successes or something. So you're muted, Steven.
Thank you. For me, that's 4 dice. Plus, I'm going to spend a destiny, and I'm going to gamble, so to get 6 dice.
Cool.
And let's see what that looks like. That is 2 pair, but that makes no difference. There are no 1s. So I'm going to re-roll. I'm going to gamble and re-roll because I kind of have to.
So just so we're clear, when you lose your last grit, you're not out. When you lose your last grit, the next time you would lose grit, that's when you go up. So losing, if you're like at the end of your grit, losing 1 and losing 10 doesn't matter if you just hit the last thing.
Okay. I got a critical success +2, plus a pair. So that's, a critical plus a pair.
Yeah. So you lose 5 plus the 2, so you lose 7, which means you check off your hot box. And checking off your hot box, which is the last one, that means you gain 2 destiny. because when things are worse, that's when the heroes really get going. I should note one thing about Destiny. You can spend six Destiny to get a spotlight. You can trade them in if you manage to save up a lot of them and don't use them. Azek, do you get actually hit by the lightsaber, or are you just hurt when you're moving away from it? What do you think happened? Is he slamming you with the force again?
Actually, I love the idea that you see this lightsaber blade come out, and you see sparks fly from Azek, but you don't see like two halves or a melty like cut through or anything. You just see sparks fly off because it wasn't. You don't see a direct, saber thrust at Azek. It's sort of like a glancing blow.
Yeah. Cool. Like cut through the robes and sparks fly. Cool. Kuriana, you got one triple and one pair. So you would lose 5 plus 2 is 7.
That takes me to odds.
Yeah. So you hit your hot box, you get 2 destiny, but you also hit your bad box. I think you're hurt. That's what makes sense here.
Yeah.
I don't think you lose an arm, not quite yet. But how bad is this?
I think he's, I think we're going back and forth a little bit. He's clearly got the upper hand on me, and I think the hit that lands, he's he comes around like this. I go to block him, and he kind of comes under me and slices my lightsaber, the hilt, in half.
Ooh.
And he like destroys the lightsaber basically.
Brutal. Yeah. So let's go to LeBlanc and Iceman. You are running up the stairs, and suddenly you hear I don't know what sound the stormtrooper feet make when they run upstairs. I'm not sure, but that's what you hear.
Jackbooted thug sounds.
Yeah. The jackbooted thug sounds of stormtroopers running up behind you. So you are being chased by the stormtroopers. I think we will make this a fight for you as well. So I think I have them prepared here. Yeah. So these are just stormtroopers. Stormtroopers are easy. They attack you for 2 basic, which means if you get 2 pair or better, then you don't take any damage. You just need 1 basic to hit them, so they will probably go down fast. They do have blaster carbines, and a couple of them have like heavy blaster rifles. They're shooting automatic fire. So if you don't get at least 1 basic success, then some bad things will happen. But I'm sure you'll be fine. So let's see. Who wants to go first?
Go for it, LeBlanc.
Cool.
I imagine you're kind of running out first anyways. So
Yeah, I am running away from the thing. Do you have the weird disc? Iceman has it? Cool.
Yeah. He put it under his this
That makes sense.
harness.
It's a good place for it. Yeah, just slide it right there. It's like, carrying a record. Blaster pistol out. Pew, pew, pew. Running forward at them. She saw this in a movie once. If you charge at stormtroopers, they run away.
Yeah, sure. That's what happens. Let's have you roll.
Cool.
Sounds like you're shooting.
It does sound like I'm shooting. I want to seem cool though. So maybe this is a physical effort thing because I'm running at them while shooting. Does that seem fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. I want to sneak it for one more die
Oh
because
no,
I'm not
that's
rolling
perfectly
great.
fine.
Okay.
That absolutely makes sense to me. So that's
I actually thought the hot box, like as soon as you hit the range where it says hot, you got two. So I added two, but
oh
I took
sorry.
them back when you explained it. So
Yeah.
in case
Cool.
folks saw my destiny going up and down, that's what happened.
Cool. So
Cool.
you're rolling 5 die. Looks like.
Yeah, two destiny last game. I'm spending a destiny. I'm gonna roll 6.
Cool. You could definitely justify this being a gamble, like running straight at them. Um,
Ooh. I'll just say it's a gamble then and save my destiny.
cool.
There we go. 6 dice with a gamble. Ooh, 3 of a kind.
Nice. Uh, so their defense is just, I think it was just basic. Yeah. Uh, which means 3 of a kind, 3 equals 1. So you get 3 basics. So you take out half this squad of stormtroopers. Uh, you're blasting them. They and they are shocked that you are running straight at them. So they're in disarray. I think one of them falls over the edge, and we get the Wilhelm scream.
Yes.
So Iceman, LeBlanc is charging the stormtroopers and causing quite a lot of damage.
All right. I'm providing covering fire. I'm shooting up the staircase behind at the ones that she's not shooting at.
Mm-hmm.
So shoot is nerves and shoot is fine with me. That's 6.
You get an extra
Uh
die for your heavy blaster rifle.
oh, okay. That's 7.
It's a
And
big
then
weapon. That's
I'm gonna make it a gamble because I may or may not be, getting some assistance from the dark side of the force here. With that thing all that close to my chest. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Adjust background. Da, da, da.
You're at
No.
eight
No, I
dice,
got it.
right?
I got it. Yes, 8 dice. There we go. 8 dice. Ciao. That's a
Oh wow.
4 together, and but I
Yeah, yeah,
did make it a gamble, so that's 2. It's 2 grit.
yeah. You lose 2 grit, but you just
Boom, boom.
anyone they are trying to get away from LeBlanc, and they are just bunching up, and you can just mow them down. There's no stormtroopers left. Cool.
Does something in my ear go, kill them all.
I think you feel a certain satisfaction beyond just.
My normal set, yeah. Okay. I love it.
Cool. Let's go back to the cavern. So I think, let's go to Koreana first.
Isaac, you should get out while you can.
Do you want
Cool.
me to do that first?
Cool.
Okay. So I'm going to run away.
Mm-hmm.
What would that be?
I think, yeah, if you want
Brawn
to
and stunt?
bronze stunt, yeah, that works. That works.
Okay.
And this, if you get critical, then you will get away from him. He's not focusing on you right now. And this is not dangerous. I think this is innately a gamble, though.
Okay.
Because you're turning your back on a Sith Lord. That's never a great thing.
Okay. So my total dice is 4. I'm going to spend a destiny to get a 5th.
Mm-hmm.
But this is already a gamble, so I can't gamble again.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And I need a critical.
Yep.
See what I get. Hey, I got 4 5s.
Woof. Easily. You just
And I got no 1s.
Yeah. Is this because he's ignoring you, or are you just that good at slipping away?
No, we actually see like little turbo boosters come out and I zip through the door, heading up where LeBlanc and Iceman are.
Awesome, awesome. So, Kuriana, your lightsaber has been wrecked. You did score a solid hit on this Sith Lord when you pushed him in or cracked the stone so that he fell into the lava. But he has risen up from that, and he is intent on murdering you where you stand.
Yep.
So, what do you do here?
As he's about to do his killing blow on me, I'm gonna reach out and see if I can to LeBlanc, because Iceman's probably a little bit shielded by the Force artifact, and just be like, make sure Kira gets the artifact, make sure it gets together, make sure the the master and the pupil don't fuck over the galaxy, whatever the word. And then I look up and I'm going to force pull the roof down on us.
Ooh, awesome.
And I think I'm going to spotlight to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Spend your spotlight. That's an automatic extreme success, which scores a hit. That's not enough to kill him, but he's been slowed down, properly slowed down here. And
do I also roll for the force pulling?
No, this is just if you spend your spotlight, you don't roll. You just get the success.
Awesome.
However, now I'm going to explain the mechanics a little bit here, just for reasons. He has this enemy has only 3 grit boxes. You filled in 2 of them, but all of his grit boxes are hot boxes, which means he gets destiny points that he can use on his special ability. And now he has 2 of them, and he's going to use his dark influence ability. And to do that, I'm going to roll a die, because there's a table here to see what he does when he reaches out with the force. So I will do 1 die, and I will choose color. This is an orange die, because now it should be red. The red die, that's a 6. The hero cannot control their body and is forced to harm themselves. They become hurt. So
you did that with pulling the roof down on us.
Yeah, I think that's just like you were planning to do this in a way where you could take cover, but he is pulling you towards him. So you also take rocks fall. Not everybody dies, but rocks fall.
I'm already hurt. Would I take a different one on top of that?
Yeah, I think. What do you think? Do you think you're scared? Do you think you're?
I think I think this is nervous, maybe, because I'm like, I was planning, like, I'm not used to not being in control of myself. So
Yeah.
Don't you have to roll the lethal roulette now? The death roulette?
No, because this actually didn't cost you any grit. However, next up is your reaction roll, because now he's going after you, and now you don't have a spotlight. So now you have to roll to defend, and I think he's crushing you. He's doing the force choke thing. He doesn't want to actually touch you. That's beneath him. He's just crushing you with the force. I think you need to roll focus. What would you do to resist being crushed? Is it endure? It's endure. So focus, endure.
Sure, great. Cool. I'm going to spend, let's see, how many do I need to get for this?
You need 4 of a kind to not lose any grit. And if you lose any grit at this point, you will roll on the lethal roulette.
All right, so that's 5. I'm going to spend 3 to get 3 more dice. And
I'm
roll.
not sure if you can spend more than one destiny, but I want you
Oh.
to do that at this point. Do it.
Okay,
I
cool.
want to see it. So I think it's cool.
That is 3 6s and 1 pair. Let me roll those singletons again. Might as well go for it there. Hey, there's 4 6s.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. So what inner force or what is it you draw on to resist him at this point?
I think he is still force choking me. I think um what I do is like while he's concentrating on that, I like use the last bit of reserves I have to grab one of the boulders that has fallen and smash him in the back of the head with it, so he loses concentration and drops me to
Yeah.
the.
He loses his concentration enough that you can escape his grip. So Azek, LeBlanc, and Iceman, you are rushing up the stairs. You hear the chamber collapse. The stormtroopers have been dispatched. You see these creatures lurking, but they're not attacking you. Clearly, they're afraid. It seems like you have free passage to your airspeeder. Do you
I'm running.
get in?
Go, 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 go,
Or
go.
do you wait and hope for Koreana to follow you?
I got a pilot, so they could wait if they want, whatever Bossman says, but I'm running.
Cool. So, yeah.
Hey, do we stay?
You're muted, Steven.
Thank you. No, we got to go. There's no way anyone could have ever survived that.
Punch it, kid.
Okay, I punch it.
Yeah. So I think we're cutting away from you just as you're like rising into the air. Koreana, yeah, it's your turn to act.
Hmm.
And I should say, if you score a hit on him now, he's going down.
All right. What should I do?
But you don't have your lightsaber, and yeah.
I'm gonna spend a destiny to find his weak point.
Ooh. Yeah. And
Does,
that
but I'll do it.
means I should this this is a weird thing. I have a table I get to roll on to see to find his weak spot. Let's see. So I think I'm rolling
Like head,
to
shoulders, knees, and toes. What's
yeah. I haven't really looked at that table, so I'm not going to do that now either. I just let's delete that die, and I will roll 2 dice, and we'll see. So it's the 2 and the 6. So the 2 and the 6. Ooh, he's afraid of you. You gain 2 destiny. And let's see, I think if you exploit his weak spot, you can get +1 to a single roll or generate an advantageous opportunity to strike your enemy where it hurts. Yeah. So
shit. I know, yeah. Yep, this is it. He's a Zabrak, right?
yeah.
So when I fall to the ground and bring myself up and look him in the eye and say, you know what I am. And he like looks over at my lightsaber, it's smashed, and is gloating. And my eyes flash red a little bit, and I go like that and get a little bit of purple force lightning because I'm a Dathomirian and we got some force witchcraft going on, a little bit of dark side, a little bit of rock and roll. I'm going to force lightning him if that's cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
I can spend,
Um,
I'll spend a couple destiny to do that if I need to.
yeah. No, you can you can just do that. Spend destiny on your dice. This is awesome.
I'll spend my
Um,
last 3 destiny on those dice.
yeah.
I'm guessing
So
that's focus and I don't know. Focus and fight, probably, because
yeah,
I'm
fight works. Yeah, absolutely.
okay, so that's gonna be 9 dice.
Oof.
Put it all on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see, let's see, 4 1s. There we go.
Sweet. Yeah. He takes a step back, and what does it look like when you completely annihilate him with this force lightning?
Yeah, I think yeah, like the force lightning hits him, lifts him up over the lava, and he just kind of like crumbles into smoke. Like I think maybe like he's not although he looked solid, like maybe this wasn't his like full physical form, like this was even maybe like
Mm-hmm.
a force projection. He was just kicking my ass. And I just pull him apart. And maybe the actual him is still around somewhere, maybe not here, but the immediate danger is gone. And
Yeah,
I
awesome.
fall down
Uh,
close.
yeah, I think you see this cylinder that he came out of. It shatters as you destroy whatever form it was he has there. I think you have a small chance to catch up to the others before they leave.
Hmm.
If you can get, but I think you're going to need an extreme success on whatever you roll to try to catch up to them before. Otherwise, you're just going to see them fly away as you rush out onto the platform. But you have a small chance.
I'm guessing that'll be Braun and
Could be
hmm.
stunt.
Yeah, we'll take
Uh,
stunt.
Stunt is jumping or running recklessly, for example. So
Over here.
you could make it a gamble to get an extra die.
Oh yeah, let's make it a gamble. Let's do it. Get these ones over here. They're not stopping rolling for me. That is 3 1s.
3 1s is not enough, but you can re-roll.
And re-roll. I will re-roll. 4 1s. There we go.
You make it. So you rush up the stairs. You see the airspeeder is just about to take off.
Gotta
How
make
do
a
you
jump
get
for
up there?
it. Since I'm doing a stunt, yeah, make a jump for it. There we go.
Awesome. Yeah. LeBlanc, you're taking off, and you can see you have these ashy clouds above. You're taking off, going towards the ship you came here in, and you can see breaking through the clouds. You can see a star destroyer lowering down through the clouds, and I think that's where we end it. Suitable cliffhanger, and yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I hope that was fun. But yeah, let's do stars and well wishes. I yeah, let's do stars and additional comments. I think. Yeah, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yep.
Stars to you for bringing out a system like this. This is something I've been wanting to play for a while, um, and I'm very excited about it. Um, Other comments? It felt pretty traditional for a role-playing game. Lots of rolling dice. And the tenet that I saw in the game seemed to be always push the action and keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing, which doesn't leave a whole lot of space for interpersonal development.
Yeah.
Right. So I felt that in the 3 sessions we played, I kind of missed that, where it was like getting to know each other a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's absolutely fair. If we were playing a longer game, you could definitely make more room for that. But I think it's also not what the game focuses on. But absolutely, I would want to have more space for that.
I agree. And I think what I would do if I were running a game like this is I would run 2 or 3 sessions just like you did, all action, pushing things, and then I'd have a session or 2 and steal the downtime from another game.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Who's next?
I can go next. Sorry. Sounded like Rich, you were about to go. Okay. No, I really enjoyed playing with y'all. Steven, the running across and then like skating and stimming Coriana in the ankle is how I pictured that. Like the tactical slide, bam. Just an excellent little bit. I loved LeBlanc just driving the hell out of the speeder across Mustafar and us going a little too fast, and the system punishing us for it. That was great. Yeah, and then Coriana just pulling the roof down on was a wonderful moment. That was a lot of fun. I did like how much action we got out of it, but I agree that there's space between the action. That would have been fun. And then I do think that perhaps I don't know, starting with 1 dice and everything almost makes it feel like it's really hard to fail on any die. Like I was trying to get to, when it felt right, come up with something else so I could roll fewer dice, so that would be a little more interesting. So that's just one little note on the system. But yeah, I think that's most of my thoughts.
So that's super interesting because I felt like I was failing all the time. I was a backup character, and I guess to a certain extent, by backup character, I mean I was a medic and a fix-it kind of person.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't a full-out fighter. And it all depends on the dice luck, right? How well can you roll and get sets? So that seems a little bit swingy, but it's interesting to hear you say that you were trying to fail and struggled a little bit.
I think there was a lot of brawn and brawn adjacent moves that I was playing that, and like having 3 and rolling 6 dice and then getting a reroll, it's pretty hard to get to less than a critical success.
Yeah, it felt like there's, especially in like the pulpy kind of genre we're doing, it feels like there are some skills that are going to get used all the time and a lot of skills that are not going to get touched.
That is definitely true, and I think this game we played also focused a lot on the physical action, so that pushed that a lot. I know we're all brawn more than absolutely anything else. I think that's also in a longer game. I think you get the more options to more choose a bit more. But yeah, I think that's absolutely fair. Rich.
I enjoyed that we were pushed to a lot of gamble rolls. That was exciting to see things that, while Greg evidently didn't have any concerns. The rest, for me, I was like, oh crap. I was very excited to have one where I was rolling 3 dice because, and this is a little bit of a thing on the system, there's a lot of 2s and 3s across the board for starting characters. So there felt to be very little like variation between the characters or differentiation or specialties. And so that ended up with like a lot of samey. I was almost always rolling 5 or 6. And there's a cushion in there with Destiny where you can make sure you have 5 or 6. So I thought that was interesting. It was almost the point of like, why have so many skills if they're all going to kind of be squinched into
Yeah.
one kind of thing? I like the gamble though. I like the risk reward in some of the aspects. I really enjoyed Director Andesh, where you had some enemies that effectively put an overall condition on the fight. The Sith was terrifying and would have felt unfair anywhere but the final fight. And there it was like, oh, snap, Elder Ring. Hello. Dodge, 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 dodge. It felt weird to run away from the big bad guy as a daredevil, but it also felt narratively appropriate. Like this should be
Mhm.
Coriana's fight. So I was happy to do it, but I was like, oh, this feels weird. So all in all,
Actually,
I no.
I was going to see that seemed like growth to me. That LeBlanc was like, "Oh, this isn't a video game. This is real life," and I enjoyed that moment. Yeah.
Yeah, this session was a lot of LeBlanc going, oh, Pudu got real. Pudu got real. Oh man, this is a really real thing. I'm not as good as like this could almost be the transition out of Daredevil to another thing for LeBlanc as she realizes, yeah, this is not like I simmed. Um, I really liked Coriana in the big fight. I liked Azek and the juice up bit of using your cool droid powers. Iceman telling people to did him out and pulling down a whole statue was freaking awesome. There were lots of highlight moments for folks. So I liked that. And it was a good big ending, and I dig that. I really did.
Cool. Thank you. Mark.
Yeah, a lot of what everyone else said, that we already said. Um, it was fun focusing on just like the pulpy, actiony stuff for an episode. And it was the last one, so like everyone just pulls out all the stops and spends all the things. I was trying so hard to sacrifice myself, and it just didn't happen. um, yeah, I felt the same as I think Greg was saying. Like my I was tuned to a few of the stats that I had threes in, and so I was just rolling fives and sixes all the time,
Yeah.
which works most of the time. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna like, yeah, I saved up a bunch of Destiny. You know, a lot of stuff is easy up until the end. I'm gonna get my ass kicked at the end, but everyone's gonna get away, and that's what happened. Pretty much, it was great.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was fun. I agree that the granularity is a little bit um,
Yeah.
trad, but you know, it's not onerous. There's not like taking square roots of anything or whatever. So it's all good. Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. I really
Oh,
enjoyed
the
it. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
star move, tossing the artifact like a frisbee to Iceman. That was
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I should have given you Destiny for that. And that's there's if we're going to sorry. First of all, stars to all of you because you really leaned into the action adventure tone at all times, and I super enjoyed that. I felt like you were always picking up what I was putting down, and that's always great. And of course, I mean, I didn't expect anything less, but you know, it's always good to have that to feel that we were on the same wavelength about what the game was. So that was really good. And I enjoyed all your choices, running away, running towards all the things, trying to sacrifice yourself, or all of that. That was I really liked it. But I'm also happy that all of you got away. That felt good. Mechanically, I agree that like 20 skills, that's absolutely the upper limit for what I will tolerate. Uh, if if there were half as many, I would be happy. If it was just like the five base stats, I wouldn't mind. You'd have to have the numbers differently and all of that, of course, but that would work fine for me. I think there's a bigger difference between like four dice and six dice than what it seems like, because since you're looking for the combinations rather than just the highest number or something like that. I think that may be more impactful than it seems at first, but I'm not sure. I'm also absolutely sure that I made a bunch of mistakes with the rules, but I feel I think we were in the general vicinity of how it's intended to be played. And the first thing they have in the rule book is that these are says these are tools, not rules. So they, even if I wouldn't care if they give us permission to do what we want, when they give us permission to do what we want, and I feel like it worked reasonably well. The enemy scaling was more extreme than I had expected. Like the stormtroopers really were total pushovers, and the Sith Lord was really, really hard. But that was when at first after the first round of fighting the Sith Lord, I thought, oh no, they're all going to die, and this will be like anticlimactic ending. But it worked out, and I feel like the mechanics actually supported the right kind of threat. The spotlights, like I realized now after the fact that if you just had spent your spotlights, oh, we take him out, you could have just taken him out, which would have been a bit boring in itself, but it is what it is. I think that also depends on how often do you hit the players with really big threats where that's the thing you want to do. I'm generally happy with how the system works. I'm not sure it's something I want to run for the gauntlet again. I think this could be a good fit for my face-to-face group, which lean a bit more trad. But I had a great time. The system did what I kind of expected it to do. Yeah, I'll stop talking now.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think I'm not sure how many of the other ones have you played Neon City Overdrive. There's parts of this system that feel like Neon City Overdrive.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
It would almost benefit a little bit from Neon City Overdrive's opposing dice rolls. In Neon City Overdrive, you roll a bunch of dice, a bunch of D6, and I forget exactly how you calculate successes, but there are opposing dice that essentially one-to-one cancel out whole groups of dice. It was, I don't know. It's like somewhere between Neon City Overdrive and 1%ers because they're all kind of D6 dice pool systems. But it was an interesting take on the D6 dice pool. I just feel like I was sometimes throwing too many dice. I also would have loved to see the roulette. That's why I was like, Mark's gotta roll the roulette. Mark's dead. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, and the way the roulette works is that when you lose grit and you don't have any grit left, you roll one die. If you roll equal to or under the number of lethal bullets you have, then you're left for dead, which can mean that you die or just that you return later.
Yeah, it's like a darkness roll from trophy. Yeah.
And either way, whether you succeed or not, you get another lethal bullet. So it gets more and more dangerous, but it's not like super dangerous early on. I think it works better in a longer game. If I recall correctly, I think they say like 3 sessions for the equivalent of an action movie. And we played 3 sessions, or we played 2.5 sessions, but we're also playing online, which means things take longer. So that seems fair, I think. You also actually have another resource that I didn't mention because I didn't want to overload things early on. You have the plan B, which can be, in the standard outcome, it can be bullet or something backup or something. And that's a thing you can use once in the whole campaign. And then it's just, we solved this problem. So you just you just win that one time because someone does something really awesome or calls in help or but I felt like for this short game, it was we were new to the system. We didn't need another thing to think about.
Another big star for me is the balancing that you did with like I think last session we talked about you were like, well, these guys aren't doing much damage and there's not any threat here and nobody's taking anything. And if you look today, three of the four of us have filled out, if not the top box, then almost to the top box.
Yeah.
So that was just perfect timing for all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was I didn't realize how huge the huge step up it was from enemies that require a critical defense. So 3 of a kind, you're perfectly safe, and if you get less than that, you take at most 3 grit. Up to the extreme where you need 4 of a kind, and if you don't get that, you can take up to 9 grit. So that's like the step there is pretty huge.
Yeah, that's an interesting mechanical thing that you're pointing out, which is, it doesn't necessarily scale well because all of a sudden can you get 3 of a kind? Well, most of us as a beginning character can. Can you get 4 of a kind? Boy, that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
You can do an in-between step. You can have you need 2 criticals. So that's kind of a step there. Yeah, I'm not totally sold on everything in the system, but like I said, for a group that leans a little bit more trad, I think it can work pretty well. Yeah. Anything else? Because otherwise, we'll end it here.
To be good.
Cool.
Good.
Thanks again.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for playing.
Thanks.
And thanks anyone who listened or watched to the end. Weird, but okay. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.